Hi again then guys, and welcome to another circuit tune in GT Sport of course, and this time we are returning yet again to the Group 3 category with a requested car. In fact, I get quite a few requests for this one, so I should have done one already really, and that is the Huracan in Group 3, a car which, like the Ferrari 458, is notoriously twitchy, but it's also a very fast car, and spoiler alert, this is actually the fastest Group 3 tune I've done now. It's even faster than the GT by Citroën, so that kind of speaks to what this car's capable of. Now, as far as the tuning, as you can see, I've got level 3 power, level 2 weight, but that is irrelevant. It doesn't matter how much or how little you've done, because you want the power and weight on 100%, which is stock anyway. So, in other words, this tune shows you what you can do with no advantages for power or weight, so if you do make it lighter and more powerful, it will be even quicker. So this is like worst case scenario kind of stuff. Traction control, I would recommend having turned off. That's down to you, of course, and your skill level and experience level. As far as tyres, once again, we've got it on hards. Of course, softs will be quicker, as will mediums. But as I've said before, if you build a car to be good on bad tyres, then put it on good tyres, it will be even better. Whereas if the car has to have good tyres to be good, and then you're forced to use hards, well then it could end up being trash. So it's a fairly simple reason why I do that. As far as brake balance, you can adjust that if you want to, I haven't. As far as the suspension, we've got the ride height 5mm higher than the lowest on both the front and the back. For the frequency, I've adjusted it a little bit to 3.15 front and rear, anti-roll on 7 and 6. For the compression on the dampers, we've got 57 with 86 on the rebound. As far as camber, quite a bit on this one, not too surprisingly for the car. 2 degrees on the front, 3 degrees on the back. The rear one is mostly for stability on corner exits, and the front is for turn into corners. So it kind of keeps both bases covered. Toe is neutral. Again, you can set the toe if you want to, but I never really use it. As far as the downforce, of course you don't always need it as high as possible. I've got that mostly purely for the grip, because of course more downforce means more grip, but you will sacrifice some top speed. So here at Dragon Trail it's fine, but if you take it on, Monza or Spa or Le Mans, of course, or the Nürburgring, you might want to lower it. It certainly won't hurt. And as far as the diff, of course, with a car like this, the diff is the key. The diff and the suspension, especially together. I've opted for 10 on initial torque, 40 on acceleration, and 30 on braking. That is perfect for my driving style. So try that out. If you don't like it, of course, you could keep changing things around. But if you do, and chances are I think you probably will, basically what that does is it's all but eliminated the oversteer, so the tail is not slippery at all anymore really, but also at the same time it's not too heavy. It's actually kind of the sweet spot, I would say. And as far as finally the gearbox, of course this will depend on if you tune the power or not, but for the stock power, you want the fully customized transmission. I've gone for an auto setting of 180, which I believe is just under 300 kilometers an hour, something like that. And as far as the individual gears, we've got 2.9, 2125, 1675, 1375, 1175, and 1025. So of course it's not a top speed tune, but you could adjust the final gear as and when you need to. And then as far as the final drive, that is, I believe, what they already give you, which is 3.5, because that's good enough. So of course what you want to see is this car's actual lap, which put it at the top of my grid. So as I said, this has legitimately beaten all of this style of Group 3 tunes that I've done, and I've done quite a few of them. It's something like maybe 10 by this point. I've done the Jag, the Aston, the Corvette, the Ferrari, the Citroën, as I said, a number of others too. This one is the new fastest, and I got it to being the second fastest behind the Citroën, but I could feel that it had more potential, especially through that kind of Monaco-style chicane towards the end of the lap. The car didn't feel good enough through there, so I readjusted it, did a few more runs with it, and after especially setting up the diff in the way that I have now, it made it so much better through there, and I have no doubt whatsoever that a better driver than me, and there are plenty of those out there, could make this car's lap even better. I did, a 137 something, which is similar, I think, to the kind of times you're even doing the Hamilton stuff, which for a car that has no power and weight tuning and full downforce with hard tyres, that's pretty good, I think. So as I said, if you are a better driver than me, give it a try, tell me what lap times you get out of it, and of course, if you do use this online, in lobbies for instance, then I hope you have a ton of fun with it. If you are a fan of the Lambo and you'd like to use it more, I guarantee you will enjoy this tune, because it allows you to really get much more out of the car, and the lap time speaks to its potential, because it's the quickest one I've done. So overall, that's it for the tune. If you want to check out my other Group 3 tunes that I mentioned, click here on screen, and for now, as always, thanks for watching.